A question that I get a lot from real estate clients looking to move to Hawaii is, I really like Hawaii Kai and I really like Kailua. My friends told me that I should look at Hawaii Kai or Kailua for obvious reasons. Go back and look at our Hawaii Kai video. Go back and look at our Kailua video. A lot of people from the mainland who can afford those areas want to live here. This is going to be a 2-for-1 special. You're actually going to get some of the traffic. We're leaving Hawaii Kai at about 4 p.m. So you're going to see the traffic coming into Hawaii Kai on Kalanianaole Highway. You're going to see what kind of traffic we experience on this side leaving Kalanianaole. So we're going to overlay some traffic so that you can see that and talk a little bit about Hawaii Kai versus Kailua. Yeah, so as far as views go, in Kailua, you may find a home with some views, but you're not going to find the kind of views from a ridge in Hawaii Kai, Hawaii Loa Ridge, and Niu Valley. It's like these places that overlook the east side of the island, like the sandy beach, and you can see in our Hawaii Kai video we showed, you could see Maui, Molokai, Lanai, and the Big Island on one of the clearest days we've ever seen. In Kailua, I mean, views are amazing if you're by the ocean, but in terms of being more Mauka in the mountains, I mean, there's Keolu Hills where you can see some of the views towards the ocean, but nothing like the views in Hawaii Kai. So oceanside views in Hawaii Kai versus oceanside views in Kailua, I don't know. That's just preference. I mean, you take Port Lock versus Lani Kai, it would be hard to pick. It'd be like choosing one of your children. So what about for weather? We're in Hawaii, first world problems, right? Weather's great in both places. Being local, growing up here, I would assume Kailua gets a little more rain than Hawaii Kai. I don't think that would make the difference in someone choosing Hawaii Kai versus Kailua. I think when it comes down to it, it's lifestyle. Do you want more of that just like walkability, small town vibe in Kailua? Or do you want a little bit more of a resort feel, more amenities in Hawaii Kai? If I had to summarize it, that would be it. Let's talk about commute coming from Hawaii Kai and coming from Kailua. In the mornings, heading towards town from Hawaii Kai, really only one route. If you're going to be working at Pearl Harbor Hickam or in downtown Honolulu or Waikiki or Manoa at the university or something like that, really Kalanianaole Highway is your only bet. Whereas in Kailua, you can take the Likelike Highway, you can take the Pali Highway. If you're more Pearl Harbor side, you can take the H3. You could also potentially, if there were a bad, really bad accident and you had to, for some reason, come from the North Shore or come here from Hawaii Kai. So there's really 5 ways to get in and out of Kailua. Whereas with Hawaii Kai, you just have this one. Now, if traffic is flowing and is normal, the Kailua commute might be a little shorter from town, depending on how Kalanianaole is behaving that day and where you are in Hawaii Kai. If you're more towards the beginning of Hawaii Kai, or definitely if you're more Aina, Niu Valley, these communities that are valleys, like right before officially Hawaii Kai, then the commute to Kailua versus say Aina or Niu Valley is probably comparable. Kalanianaole traffic is probably going to extend you 10, 15, maybe and sometimes 20 to 30 minutes more if there's traffic. But on a normal day, we're probably more like 20 minutes more than Kailua in the depths of Hawaii Kai. To recap on commute, Kailua is a little bit closer geographically and there are many routes to get in and out. The traffic's pretty predictable. On this Kalanianaole Highway, this is it. If there's traffic, if there's a fender bender, anything like that, this is your only route. So on average, I would say the Kalanianaole Highway to Hawaii Kai to Port Lock traffic is going to be a little worse than Kailua. Average home cost. It's nuanced, right? So depending on where in Kailua you're looking, where in Hawaii Kai you're looking, the average home price on Oahu right now is around $900,000. Now Kailua and Hawaii Kai being higher price points on average, you're probably looking at the $1 million to $1,050,000, maybe 1.1, depending on the specific community that you're looking at. There's luxury real estate in Kailua. There's luxury real estate here in Hawaii Kai, which we showed in our Hawaii Kai video. We didn't show as much of the real estate in Lani Kai in Kailua. That's probably the most expensive part of Kailua in terms of real estate. It's world famous beach, amazing views of the Moku, the Moke Islands, calm oceans. So if you want luxury, if you want 2 million and above, you can find it in both places. There is more real estate in Hawaii Kai as a whole. So there are more homes, it's a broader area. You're gonna have more options and a wider range. If you want resort style living, I would say Hawaii Kai lends itself to that more so than Kailua. Kailua is more of a beach town. It's one of the more walkable towns. There are a few condominium projects with more, you know, luxury amenities or resort style amenities. But for the most part, you're going to find that more so here in Hawaii Kai. Whether it be the Mauna Luan, where they have cold tub, sauna, steam room, weight room, 2 swimming pools, tennis courts, all of these things, the Commodore, which is in Hahaione Drive back there as well. Those types of things exist in Hawaii Kai more so. In Kailua, it's more about just being able to walk into Kailua town and get your avocado toast and coffee, and then walk to Lani Kai and go for a swim and kayak. Hawaii Kai offers that too, but I would say more so people are driving, especially from the condos. Let's make that its own topic, walkability. If you come from small town USA, or you know, someplace where there's a main street. I lived in Alameda, California, a very walkable community. If you're used to being able to walk around, ride your bike, go get a beer and dinner and not have to worry about driving, you could do that in Hawaii Kai. There's the Hawaii Kai Shopping Center, Koko Marina Shopping Center. Depending on where you live, it's very possible, but the terrain, you know, in Hawaii Kai, if you're looking at more of a single family home, there's a lot of mountains to negotiate when you're on the Mauka side of Kalanianaole, and it's just not as walkable of a town. So yeah, Kailua is just a more walkable, bikeable town, and that's part of the draw. You know, people say Kailua town. What Hawaii Kai might boast over Kailua though is access to shopping and, you know, things like that. So in Kailua, you're going to need to go to Kaneohe to go to a mall or to any significant size shopping center, or you may be coming all the way into town to go to Costco. There is a Target in Kailua, whereas in Hawaii Kai, as we displayed in our Hawaii Kai video, you go from, you know, views on the mountains, just a mile or less down the road sometimes, to plenty of shopping, Costco, Safeway, etc. And then right across the street is a beautiful beach park and sort of marina where you can launch canoes and stand-up paddle boards. So if we had to summarize those points, it would be Kailua, more quaint town, better walkability, bikeability, and Hawaii Kai, more shopping options, but you're probably in your vehicle a little more than if you're focused right in Kailua. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let us know what other neighborhood comparisons you want. If we haven't shot a tour of the neighborhood yet, we'll do the neighborhood tour and we'll also do comparison. Make sure that you subscribe, comment, like, reach out to us on social media. This was a quick bonus. So do you want more quick videos like this with comparisons, just talking about impressions of neighborhood, Eva Beach versus Kapolei, or Eva Beach versus Mililani, things like that? Let us know what you guys want to see. We want to answer your questions, provide the content that you find valuable. Look forward to connecting with you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.